Okay, okay.
You start, sir.
Anil sir,
Madam.
now you can start.
Okay, madam. Thank you, madam. Very good morning, children. Welcome to Try Seminar classes. This is Anil Kumar, Dr. P.V. Vangara, Tsrs&Jc Vangara. Today, we are going to learn the new chapter, unit number 6, Human Biology in Human Welfare. Unit number 6, Biology in Human Welfare. In the previous classes, we have discussed unit number 1, unit number 2, unit number 3, and last unit number 4. Then today our topic is biology in human welfare, unit number 6. This is the very important chapter for the NEET, MSET, and IP. So that after completion of the animal diversity 2, we are discussing here biology in human welfare, the new chapter, very important chapter. In this chapter, first of all, we are discussing about the introduction. One third animal species.
Please once check the sound.
Okay, madam.
Resound is coming.
Madam. One third animal species are estimated to be parasites. So in this chapter, first of all, we will discuss about the introduction. The first number 1 third animal species are estimated to be parasites. And number 2, a professional dinner guest in Greece a professional dinner guest in Greece used to be called a parasite. And number 3, so more than 130 parasites. More than 130 parasites are invade into human beings. More than 130 parasites are invade into human beings. Number 4, this is the very important point. Diseases such as malaria. Diseases such as malaria, polio, and next one, plague. Diseases such as malaria, polio, plague, and next one, amoebiasis, and filariasis, teniasis, Teniasis. Right. Diseases such as malaria, polio, plague, amoebiasis, filariasis, teniasis, and next one, dengue. These are the tropical countries diseases, right? So first one is the 1/3 animal species are estimated to be parasites. A professional, this is very, very important. A professional dinner guest in Greece, means Greek language. A professional dinner guest used to be called a parasite. Number 3, more than 130 parasites like Ascaris publicaris, Plasmodium vivax, Entaibacterium. In that same way, more than 130 parasites invade into human beings. Diseases, this is the very, very important point. So, what are the tropical disease? What are the tropical countries' disease? Number 1 is the malaria, number 2 is the polio and plague, amoebiasis and filariasis, teniasis, the last one is the dengue. These are the tropical countries' diseases. And next one, the fifth one is the most very, very important in the introduction of the unit number 6th chapter. That is, sir, which diseases are eradicated in India? Right. So number 5th point, which diseases are eradicated in India? Means number 1 is the smallpox. Smallpox, and next one, plague. So smallpox and plague are eradicated in India. So this is the very, very important for the examination, right? Okay, just we are completed the introduction of the unit number 6, biology in human welfare. Then we are going to I will introduce a great scientist. I will introduce a great scientist. Name is Yella Pragada Subba. Yes, he very, very important, 1845 to 1948. Right? The very, very important, the great scientist in India, the name is Yella Pragada Subba. Right. Yella Pragada Subba considered eyes wonder man of miracle drugs. Sir, why we are called Yella Pragada Subba wonder man of miracle drugs? Sir, he discovered a lot of drugs and substances for the particular diseases, so that we are considered eyes, our Indians are considered eyes, wonder man of miracle drugs, or wizard of wonder drug. Right here, the very, very important. Just we are going to learn Yellaprakada Subbarao. Sir, we are considered as wonder man of miracle drugs or wizard of wonder drug. Sir, who is Yellaprakada Subbarao? Yellaprakada Subbarao, the greatest Indian biochemist. Biochemist. So this is the very important. The greatest Indian biochemist, Mr. Yellaprakada Subbarao. Sir, Yellaprakada Subbarao. He was born in Bhimavaram village at West Godavari of AP in 1845. Sir, Yellaprakada Subbarao was born in Bhimavaram village, West Godavari of AP. Here, his when he was studying in Madras Medical College. When he was studying in Madras Medical College, his two brothers, elder brother and younger brothers were died due to the tropical screw disease. So that whenever his two brothers died due to the tropical screw disease, then he decided to take admission. Then he decided to take admission in Harvard School of Tropical Medicine. Harvard School of Tropical Medicine. Sir, here the very important subject, Yellaprakada Subbarao, 1845 to 1948. Sir, he was a greatest Indian biochemist. He was born in Bhimavaram village, West Godavari of AP. When he was studying in Madras Medical College, his two brothers, the elder brother and younger brother, were died due to the effect of tropical screw. Then he was so bothered. Then he decided to take admission in Harvard School of Tropical Medicine. Then he decided to take admission in the Harvard School of Tropical Medicine. And next one, later he joined as a director in Lederle Research Laboratory in USA. He continued his life till his last breath. till his last breath. So this is the very important introduction of the greatest Indian biochemist, Mr. Yellapragada Subbarao, belongs to our Indian country. Our Indian country. Next one. So this is the very important. Right. Sir, what are the contributions of the Yellapragada Subbarao? Yes, I write here contributions of Yellapragada Subbarao. Contributions of Yellapragada Subbarao in biochemistry and medicine. So this is the very important heading. So what are the contributions of the Yellapragada Subbarao in biochemistry and medicine? So this is the very important for the NEET and MSET. So the students, you be careful about this contributions of the Yellapragada Subbarao in biochemistry and medicine. So then I will give a chart to you. It is easily to remember the people, right? For the understanding purpose, I will draw a chart here. So what are the important contributions of the Yellapragada Subbarao. So then I write it up, right? First of all, so this is this column for substance or a drug, and this column for use. So I write here number one ATP and comma phosphocreatine. ATP, phosphocreatine. And number two, folic acid. Number three, methotrexate. Number four, DEC. So what is DEC? Diethyl carbamazine. Right, number one is the ATP, phosphocreatine, folic acid, methotrexate, and DEC, diethyl carbamazine, right? And next one, the fifth one is the ariomycin. So this is the very important ariomycin. And last one, ariomycin. Then sixth one, isonicotinic acid hydrazide. So these are the contributions of the Yellapragada Subbarao. Number one is the ATP, adenosine triphosphate, phosphocreatine, folic acid, and next one methotrexate, diethyl carbamazine. So this is the very important for the MSET and NEET. But in the examination, they are asking like this. Sir, what is the popular name of the diethyl carbamazine? That is write here heterogen. Heterogen is the popular brand name of the deck. Next one, ariomycin. The last one, isonicotinic acid hydride. So first of all, I write the substances address. Right? Then write uses. Energy source of muscle contraction. Energy source for muscle contraction. So the ATP and phosphokerate are involved in the, so they are given the energy to the muscle contraction. And next one here, so this is the folic acid. Folic acid, very very important. The folic acid drug used for the treatment of tropical flu. Already you know, sir, the Yella brothers Subbarao, both brothers Subbar died due to the effect of tropical flu. And next one, sir, methotrexate. Sir, here, sir, what is the use of methotrexate? Treatment of cancer. And next one, psoriasis, cancer, psoriasis, and rheumatoid, right? Rheumatoid, arthritis. So this is the very very important arthritis. Right. So, sir, methotrexate. Number one is the cancer, treatment of cancer. Sir, what is the use of methotrexate? Treatment of cancer and psoriasis and rheumatoid arthritis. And next one, sir, DEC, diethyl carbamazine. So diethyl carbamazine is used for the treatment of filariasis. Already you know. So filariasis caused by the which parasite? Vangara bancrofti. Vangara bancrofti caused filariasis. Right, next one. So the ariomycin. Right. Ariomycin. So I write here ariomycin. Okay, just you write down. Right, ariomycin. So ariomycin. Sir, ariomycin is used for the cholera, plague. This is the very important trench fever. So this is often in the examination, but in later medicine, trench fever. And next one, typhus fever, trench fever and typhus fever. Sir, ariomycin is used in the treatment of cholera, plague, trench fever and typhus fever. The last one, I think it is the fifth one. Yes, the last one is the sixth one. That is isonicotinic acid hydride. So this is the used for the treatment of TB, tuberculosis. Treatment of tuberculosis. So these six drugs are discovered by the Mr. Yella. Super. So number one is the ATP and phosphocreatine. It is used for the energy. These are the energy source for the muscle contraction. And number two is the folic acid. It is the treatment of tropical screw. And next one, number third is methotrexate. Methotrexate, treatment of cancer, psoriasis, and rheumatoid. Number fourth one is diethyl carbamazine. What is the popular brand name of the deck? Hetrogen. It is used for the treatment of filariasis. And next one, the fifth one is ariomycin. Ariomycin is used for the treatment of cholera, plague, trench fever, and typhus fever. So these are asked in the examination. And next one, the last one is the isonicotinic acid hydrogel. It is used for the treatment of TB, tuberculosis, right? Tuberculosis. So these are the contributions of virus Mr. Yella Subba Rao in biochemistry and medicine. So this topic is very important for the NEET and MSET, right? Okay, then we are going to start, sir. Actually, this is the introduction of this chapter. Now we are going to the, sir, what are the subtopics in this chapter? Biology in human welfare. Write down. I write here subtopics. Subtopics. Number one. Here the very important parasitism. Parasitism and parasitic adaptations. Parasitism and parasitic adaptations. Number two, health and diseases. Health and diseases. Number third, types of parasites. Number four, bacterial, viral, and fungal diseases. So description of the bacterial, viral, and fungal diseases. The last one, the very important subtopic in the biology in human welfare chapter, that is TDA, abuse. So this is the very important subtopic in the biology in human welfare, and also in the IP examination they are given exactly one short question from this subtopic. TDA. So what is TDA? Tobacco, drugs, alcohol, right? Tobacco, T indicates tobacco, D indicates drugs, and A indicates alcohol. So these are the subtopics in the biology in human welfare. Right? Okay. Then we will go to the first topic, that is the parasitism and parasitic adaptations. Right? Children, you listen carefully this chapter. Why? Because the long questions and the short questions and the very short questions are coming from this chapter. Whereas in the comparison of the other chapters, the first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, fourth chapter, they are given the 4 marks and 2 marks in the IPE examination. Whereas in this chapter, they are given the long questions. So that's why you careful about this chapter, right? Okay, then we will go to the first side heading, first subtopic, that is parasitism. Parasitism and parasitism and parasitic adaptations. Launch. Okay, sir, first we will take only parasitism, then after we will discuss about the parasitic adaptations. Sir, already you know, every living organism in this universe, has instinct to survive. I like here, every living organism in this universe, has instinct to survive. For which every living organism in this universe has instinct to survive. For which means they require two basic needs. What are they? Number one is food. Number two is shelter. Number one is food, then after shelter. Right. Next, I write here the side heading, that is auto traps. Already you know, auto is equal to self. Sir, what is auto? Auto means self. Already you know, the plants are prepare their food in their own way by the using of photosynthesis process. Right, the side heading auto traps. Green plants can prepare their food in their body through photosynthesis. Using of CO2, comma H2O as raw materials. So this is about auto traps. Right? Sir, what are auto traps? Auto traps are, they can prepare their food in their body through photosynthesis using CO2 and H2O as raw materials. Then the side heading heterotraps. Heterotraps. Sorry, heterotraps. Animals cannot prepare. Animals cannot prepare their food in their body. In their body. So that they depend. So that they depends. So they depends on plants or another animals. Another animals for what? For they survive. For they survive. Sir, what is hetero? What is auto means self. What is hetero? Hetero means depends. Animals cannot prepare their food in their body so that they depends on plants or another animals for their survive. For their survive. Right? Okay. Then we will go to our side heading, very important side heading, 2 marks question in our IP, question number 1 in our textbook. Question number 1, that is define parasitism. 2 marks question, very important. Sir, parasitism. Parasitism. Yeah, 2 marks question, very important. So it is the first 2 marks question in our chapter, in our textbook. If you want to textbook, first one. Right, parasites. Sir, what is parasitism? Parasitism means, suppose, sir, I write here for the understanding purpose, I will draw lines. Sir, this is the association, right? Okay. So, sir, what is parasitism? Define the parasitism. Okay, right. So I write A, the organism A, and next one B. So these are the organisms. Organism A and organism B. So what is this? So this is the association. Right? Association. So now I write the definition through this diagram. Right. An intimate association. An intimate association between two organisms. An intimate association between two organisms A and B. An intimate association between two organisms of different species. Different species. So these are the different species. They are not similar. An intimate association between two organisms of different species, this is very important, of different species, in which one is benefited. in which one is benefited and another one is often adversely affected is called parasitism. Right? Sir, an intimate association between two organisms of different species in which one is benefited and another one is often adversely affected is called parasitism. So this is the A organism is the benefited. B is the adversely affected. Right? Okay. So this is the very important 2 marks question in our biology and human welfare. Sir, an intimate association between two organisms. Of different species. In which one is benefited, and another one is often adversely affected. This phenomena is called parasitism. Sir, here the very important parasitism. This word comes from a Greek word Parasitism comes from a Greek word parasitos. Right? Okay, sir. Right? Parasitism comes from a Greek word that is parasitos. Sir, what is para? Para is equal to at the side of. So what is cytos? Cytos means food or grain. Right, which means one eating at another one's table. So what is the meaning of parasitos? Para means at the side of. Cytos means food or grain, which means one eating at another one's table. So this is the very important 2 marks question. Right, sir. So by this definition, what we are understand? I write here a simple definition of the task. through this 2 marks question. Right. So what is parasite? What is parasite? So the individual which gets benefits, that is called parasite. By the above definition, what we understand? The individual which gets benefits, that is called a parasite. And next one, sir, what is the definition of the host? The individual which is greatly affected with the disease, that is called a host. Right? So the individual which gets benefits, that is called a parasite. And so what is host? The individual which is greatly affected with disease. So what? So here simply we understand. So the parasite is the gainer. The parasite is the gainer. So the host is the loss. The host is the loss. In our textbook, first year zoology, they are given a definition, that is textbook definition for the parasite. The organism which obtains nourishment. Right? In the textbook, they are given like this. In the textbook, they are given like the organism which obtains nourishment. The organism which obtains nourishment, that is called a parasite. This is the textbook definition. They are in the textbook. So what is parasite? What is a parasite? The organism which obtains nourishment, that is called parasite. That is called a parasite. Sir, the parasite nothing but guest. The parasite nothing but guest. Right? Okay. Sir, what is parasitism? An intimate association between two organisms of different species, in which one is benefited and another one is often adversely affected. This phenomena is called parasitism. Sir, parasitism comes from a Greek word parasitos. Para means this side of. Sitos means food or grain. By the above definition, what we understand, sir, what is parasite? I write here the individual which gets benefits, that is called parasite. That individual is called parasite. And next one, sir, what is host? In simple terminology, sir, what is host? The individual which is greatly affected with disease, that is called a host. That is called a host. So in the textbook, they are given the definition of the parasite. So the organism which obtains nourishment. The organism which obtains nourishment, that is called a parasite. That is called a parasite. Of course, Sir, the individual which is gainer, that is parasite. Sir, the individual which is loser, that is host. That is a host. Right. Next we will take the another heading, that is types of parasites. Types of parasites. Sir, here the very important types of parasites. First of all, we have completed the introduction. Then after the greatest biochemist, Mr. Subbarao, and his contributions already we are completed. Then after we will go to the parasitism and parasitic adaptation. That is the subtopic number 1. In that we are discussed about the parasitism. Then after types of parasites. Right. Based on interactions between host and parasites. Various types of parasites are recognized. Various types of parasites are recognized. They are number 1. Sir, here the very important. Sir, how the scientists are classified the parasites? Based on interactions between the host and the guest. Guest means parasite. Between the host and parasites. Various types of parasites are recognized. They are number 1, ectoparasites, endoparasites. Number 3, hyperparasites. Number 4, monogenetic parasites. Number 5, digenetic parasites. Based on the interactions between the host and the parasites, various types of parasites are recognized. They are number 1, ectoparasites. Number 2, endoparasites. Number 3, hyperparasites. So this is the very important 2 marks question. Sir, what is hyperparasite? In the IP they are given the very important 2 marks question. Sir, what are hyperparasites? Define the hyperparasite. Next one, monogenetic parasite.
Sir, please conclude.
Okay, madam. Sir, children, today our topic is unit number 6, biology in human welfare. In this chapter, we are discussing about the introduction